Hello. So the second part of the doubleheader today, the doubleheader stream, and this is part 2, my cocktail stream. So for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I'm Philly. Usually I stream once on Wednesdays, but today is a special Wednesday, and it is a 2 today. It is a doubleheader. So earlier today, I did a weeknight, a great weeknight meal stream. It was the chicken parm burgers. They were delicious. And now we're switching gears to the holidays because Thanksgiving's right around the corner here in the States. And then we have December full of holidays. And this cocktail that I'm gonna be making tonight, the Roasted Cranberry Clove Cocktail, is such a crowd pleaser. It is easy. You can make it ahead so that you are enjoying yourself and not making cocktails for everybody. It is a great, in my opinion, like entrance cocktail to have for any holiday that you're having. It's seasonal, it uses cranberries, and then it uses bubbly, which means it's celebratory. So some of my favorite things, those of you who know me. So what I did yesterday, and those of you who follow me on Twitter, I posted pictures. So if you're not following me yet on Twitter, please find me at Philly Live. And yesterday I got my simple syrup ready. So the day before you make this cocktail, what you want to do is you want to put some clean cranberries on a small roasting tray, and no oil, nothing, just clean berries. You set the recipes below, but I believe usually I have my oven at 400, 425, maybe it's 425, a little hotter. You sprinkle some ground cloves all along the tops of the cranberries, and you roast them, I don't know, it's like 5 to 8 minutes, just till they start to pop. But you don't want them to be completely obliterated. And then you take them out, and meanwhile, you make a simple syrup. Now, simple syrup, as we know, is equal parts sugar and water, and you heat that up. And then once the raspberries are done roasting, you add them to the simple syrup. When you do so, you make this yummy cranberry clove simple syrup. So it has the flavor of the cranberries and it has that clove flavor. And that, honestly, I'm sorry, our old pup Shelby is just clicking because she needs her nails trimmed, and we're here in the camera and she thinks I might be cooking something. But back to our simple syrup, you can see it's a beautiful red, and it has not only the flavor of the cranberries, but it also has that clove spice. And to me, that, Shell, we're good. Shell, come on, let's go. Come on, good girl. The clove to me is what truly makes it special. It's that spice, that little something. So that is, to me, the key ingredient in all of this. But you don't want to do anything with those raspberries, with those cranberries. So in here, you can see I've got those roasted cranberries. I did separate them because when you assemble the drink, there's a couple different things you can do. So if you are assembling them ahead of time, and then when you have your guests come, maybe you have all your glasses set out and you're just getting them all ready, so that all you have to do is top them up with some bubbly. The bubbly can be whatever you like. Maybe you prefer champagne. For me, a lot of you know I love Prosecco. Since we're just doing 2 tonight for me and Hubs, he just got home late. He was out of town the other day. So I got my little small Prosecco to use tonight because I don't want to break into this big lovely when I'm just going to be making a couple. But what you can do ahead of time is you can take your cranberries, and I usually put 3 or 4 depending on the size, and just put them at the bottom of your glasses. And you can do all of this ahead of time so that they are all set to go. That one had a little more goodness. Put that one, let me keep them even. So you get your cranberries in, and then you take your simple syrup. Now, for most people, I would say give it a spoonful of simple syrup. But what would be good to do is to have the simple syrup on the side, because some of your guests will want it sweeter, or they'll want to have more of the flavor. So my mom, when I make this, she puts quite a few spoonfuls of the simple syrup because it just tastes really good to her. And that way, if you have it here aside, you can let your guests know everything's ready. I'm going to pour off your bubbly, and then you can come and sweeten it to your liking. And that way they can add a little bit more if they like. But I find for most people, 1 or 2 is kind of where it is. These are big glasses, so I'm actually going to do 2 because these are glasses we got from our eldest last year from him and his wife. So they add a little bit more. Now, a hack that I learned from someone else just the other day is if you freeze some cranberries, so these are just some of the cranberries, not roasted. These were not roasted, just cleaned and frozen. Afterwards, after it's already full, if you add these to them, they will help keep your drink cool. So I'm actually going to put them in now because I'm going to be breaking them open. So you don't have to do that, but I thought it was a great little hack. First of all, when the cranberries roast, they get a little shrunken. But also, this helps keep your drink cool then. And then I'm going to get my towel, open this up. You ready to come join me?
I am. Sorry, I was
no, you don't be sorry.
out of town, so I'm just getting home.
And of course, for those of you who saw me earlier, I did change because I felt like this is such a different, this do not go, I would not recommend this with our chicken parm burgers. This is not the drink of choice with that. So I felt like I needed to change top too.
Could be.
And then all you do is you would top it off. Whoopsie.
Whoop.
Top it off. And there you can see how gorgeous that is. Now you could do it higher, but we are splitting with the one we had. But look, it gets a beautiful pink color. And then what's great about the frozen ones is they float. The ones that are roasted, they stay to the bottom. But it is gorgeous. Let me bring that up so
what's
that you can see.
I'm sorry, I missed that. So what's the difference? Why are they, some are floating, one are, some are not?
Some are fresh, but they've been frozen.
Ah.
Does that show up?
Yeah, it does. A little bit.
So, and there you have it.
That was quick.
I told you, this is a quick and easy. This one is before we do a cheers.
Oh.
This one is great because you can have it all ready before your guests come, and then you're not sitting there making them drinks. They've got something there. You know, when we've gone to a couple events and parties where they'll have a bunch of champagne ready. But what's nice about it is it really makes it festive. It's pretty. It adds some flavor. So first, let's try. Cheers. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I love this. He's not as big into the bubbly stuff.
No, I love champagne, but this is...
He doesn't like all the foo-foo.
No,
But you can taste the clove.
I can taste the clove. It's very good.
I love this.
It's very easy. Easy to drink.
Oh, it's very easy to drink. And any of my friends that have tried this love this. Oh my gosh. Including our sons love this.
Yep.
Our nieces love this.
You gonna open this one afterwards? And
that one's for Thanksgiving. So, oh my gosh, it's so stinking good. Oh my gosh. Cheers again.
Very tasty.
I forgot, because we haven't had this since probably last Christmas was the last time I had it. Because I usually have this, oh no.
Yeah.
No, I did have this.
I think you had it.
You know, I had this. Last year was the COVID Christmas.
Hell.
He and the youngest that was living here were sick. So I was all by my lonesome. So I actually think I did open it up because I was just, do you know, has anyone ever seen, what's the movie with Rachel McAdams, The Notebook? You know The Notebook? You know, when she sits in the tub because she's sad that she sees the guy that she really loves, and he had made the house that he'd always said was going to be the house for them, and she's about to get married, and she had tried on her dress. She's there. That's how I felt the COVID Christmas, and I think I fixed one of these and just kind of sipped it just like that with that kind of look on my face as if I wasn't in a bathtub.
Yeah, it was a tough holiday.
Absolutely. So, by the way, I did not create this recipe. As with most of the recipes I share, they're ones that I have found or learned from other people. Do you remember where this one came from?
I do not.
This one came from, of all things or places, Wegmans. So for those of you that don't know what Wegmans is a grocery but would you say like a grocery line, right?
Yeah, it's
a company that owns grocery stores, which sounds
they're based out of Rochester.
Yes, very basic. But when I tell you, and for those of you in other countries, I don't know what your markets are like, but our markets, you know, they're just kind of, they're fine. I mean, they're a necessary way that we get our food, but people aren't always the friendliest or the most helpful, and they don't always have the best selection. Well, Wegmans changed all that.
Wegmans does it right.
They
Great
have
selection,
amazing
big.
selection. They are so helpful. Like people will just go out of their way to, and if you ask someone for help, you never feel guilty about it.
And they just have everything.
They have everything.
And lots of specialty items, and and actually they have like a, almost like a restaurant inside.
Their food is really good.
Yeah. So
so when you become a customer, you get sent this magazine. It's literally as thick as a magazine, nice paper. And when I was a customer and would go there all the time, I would get this, you'd get it free because you spend all your money there, right? So you'd get this magazine sent to you. And in the magazine, they had all different recipes, mostly food, but they would also highlight, cheeses and wines and cocktails. And this was a cocktail recipe. I mean, this was probably...
It was years ago.
Yeah, when they first opened. And anyways, I tried it because I was like, ooh, that sounds so interesting. And it just stuck. And I just love it. I mean, it's one of my favorite go-tos.
Yeah,
it kind of, you can't disappoint. So if you try this, please let me know. Take a picture of it and share it with us. And I just realized we didn't get a picture, so that's going to be a little bit of trouble.
We'll make another one.
Well, no, because I don't really want to open that. But anyways, we'll figure that out. That's not your problem. So thank you for joining us. Cheers to you. Let me know what your favorite cocktails are to serve during your holiday get-togethers or your holiday parties. And I hope that you have a great rest of your week. And this weekend, as I mentioned in my earlier stream, I'm going to be doing a pumpkin stream, getting ready for the holiday, for Thanksgiving. I'm showing 3 different recipes using canned pumpkin, all very different. 2 of them are more similar than the third one. So that is Sunday. 1 is savory, 2 are sweet. One's actually a condiment. And so please make sure and join on Sunday. I'll be giving all the details on time. Actually, it's on my YouTube channel under about or information, tells you about it. And then if you're following me on Twitter, I have my schedule posted, pinned right there on right where my page is. And so thank you. Please be sure and like and subscribe, and have a great rest of your week. Happy Hump Day.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's so good.